starting to see, or starting to hear, can hear the protest. We should be a couple of blocks away now. We should be coming up on the cross street where we turn here. As I said, police have already blocked off certain streets to avoid larger problems. Here's one of them right here.
They did not just march to the Capitol. For those of you who don't know, because they barely repeated enough on the media, they attacked the police. They attacked FBI agents. They took human feces. They took human shit, put it in bags, and plastered it inside the Capitol across the walls. How evil, and how hateful are racists that they defend someone like Jake who planted 5 bombs in the Capitol. Yet Renee Gunn, a mother, a police, I saw every single video, every
through the crowd. I can't understand for the life of me what he thought was going to happen. I don't understand why he did this. I don't understand what the end game was here. Yes, for those of you asking, this is downtown Minneapolis. This is Jake Lang, a January 6er who decided he was going to lead a march from Minneapolis City Hall to the Cedar Riverside neighborhood. Honestly, I don't know how he's going to be able to pull that off. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know how he's going to get off those steps, quite frankly. I'm not sure, I haven't seen any of Lang's co-protesters. There was a rumor that the social media personality, Zach X, was going to be here. It does seem like some of the anti-Lang protesters are trying to figure out a way to end this in a peaceful manner. I don't think those people talking to Lang are on his side. I think these are people trying to find a way to wrap this up. To give you an idea, Lang is, the people who have turned out today I don't know how he's going to march his way out of this. I don't see that being a possibility. As you can see, a big crowd has turned out downtown. Jake Lang, the controversial January 6er, who has organized a march today from Minneapolis City Hall to the Cedar Riverside neighborhood, is currently kind of cornered, if you will, by counter-protesters who do not want him to bring that march. There were also rumors from Lang himself that he planned on burning a Quran today. Does seem like this is their march. They may. I didn't know. I didn't think they were gonna make it out of there.
Me neither.
Lang has said that the march will be. Lang has said the march will be from City Hall to the Cedar Riverside neighborhood. We're kind of assuming that Lang is not too far in front of us, judging by the press cameras. It's impossible to tell exactly where he is. A lot of people have turned out today. It's a big crowd. We may have a hard time keeping up with Lang himself, but the march is continuing. You can see the numbers that turned out today. Again, it will be single-digit temperatures.
Dude, I don't want anybody to get hurt. Nobody. You don't understand. Muslim people, we love this nation. We absolutely love this nation. All right, we might be against the foreign policies that the United States conducts, right? But just like I love my mother and father, if they were to go to war with their neighbors, I would not support that. Doesn't mean that I don't love them fundamentally, intrinsically, all of that. I do not want that to happen.
Do you support what Jake was saying?
No, absolutely not. I'm completely against what he's saying.
So why were you
I'm a Muslim.
him?
I don't want.
Why are you
because we have to
protecting him?
protect each other. We shouldn't get to this point, guys. I gotta go and help him out. I have to. This guy's
Wow.
in a bad spot.
Who is that?
Wow, that's a guy who's against Jake Lang, against him, but didn't want to see him get hurt. He said as a Muslim, it was his duty to make sure no one got hurt and that he would protect his neighbors. So that's a big man. That's a big man right there, I gotta say.
By a long
So, you know,
That's good that you got that. You got to put that up.
yeah, it's live. It's live. So, yeah, that warms a cynical heart a little bit.
Use all the warmth we have here.
Sure, right?
Keep going, Matt.
Well, yeah, I was near the front, but once they crossed the tracks there, I kind of lost it. And then
we are following them. What are they leading us to?
Cedar Riverside.
Oh, is this part of a plan?
This is the march, I believe. I believe this is the march to
Nazis
Cedar
aren't
Riverside.
leading us, and we're following. Because there are a whole bunch of guys that were walking.
I didn't see any of his guys yet. I don't know if you did.
There were around the city hall right in front.
Okay.
They're just definitely trying to stir shit up.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it seemed like they were. But if this was part of the plan, then I'm not worried. You know?
Yeah, no, this is from what I've understood from others, this is part of the march.
All right, cool.
And then that guy was
Just being a dick.
No, that guy was not being a dick.
Oh, not that guy.
No,
Your guy.
that guy kind of got pulled aside by a few people.
Right.
And then he started talking. I fell behind by listening to him, which I was happy I did. So now, I know on my way in, the police had set up a perimeter.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they've kind of set up a perimeter that will allow the marchers access to get to where they're going.
Yeah, they're definitely going to keep.
Yeah, they're not going to
gotta
keep
keep
traffic
the two-
open. Yeah.
They got to keep the two demos separate, you would think. But they haven't been doing a very good job. So those guys were traipsing through.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when he gets to that neighborhood. That'll be interesting.
Are they
Hopefully we got
go
more.
there?
Hopefully we have more people like that guy back there. But yeah, I think
state the obvious. If everyone were like Gandhi, they just make something up and do it anyway. That's not an argument to start shit, but
No.
we can be sweet as we want. It's not gonna. They're not just gonna go home and say, "Gosh."
Well, and also knowing where the situation is, even without this march, I don't think anyone was under the illusion, no matter what side they're on, that this was not going to be the result.
Yeah, I know.
I think there's a lot of people that are thinking
I
once.
fucking drove in from Rhode Island.
Oh, did you really?
I can produce my license if I can find it in my bag. No, yeah.
On your own dime, because then there's going to be people going, well, they paid him.
Yeah, my own dime. I'm retired.
On your own dime, you came out here from Rhode Island.
Jumped in the car.
Are you
wife's holding down
out
the
of your
phone.
mind?
I'm just too fucking pissed.
No,
I can't sit in my fucking house anymore.
so I'm just sticking around for a few days.
What is it temperature-wise in Rhode Island right now? What did you leave behind?
53.
53.
But it's cold now. You know how it's been nuts.
Oh. All right, we're stopping at Hotel Indigo. Did they head into the hotel?
They didn't, so they're trying to get to their cars to either go home or go to Cedar Riverside right now.
I was going to say, I thought they were marching to Cedar Riverside.
Apparently they're too bitchy for that.
Wow. Wow, so they want to...
They're not from here. They don't know what the cold is.
Wow. So we don't really know what their next step is. They could be planning, as someone just said, to go to their vehicles and drive to Cedar Riverside. They could be just coming back out and continuing walking. We don't know. If you're just joining us, we don't know whether or not Lang and his protesters are going to be coming back out and continuing their march. If they're going to their cars, going home, driving to Cedar Riverside, we don't know. At this point, it seems like the original protesters have gone into the hotel. For those of you asking, we are at the Jake Lang, I believe Jake Lang himself called it an anti-Islam or anti-Somali protest today. His plan was to start at Minneapolis City Hall, which is where we just were, and then march to the Cedar Riverside neighborhood in Minneapolis, which is a predominantly Somali neighborhood. He had also promoted that he was going to burn a Quran on the steps of Minneapolis City Hall. We got here before the event was to start. We didn't see that happen. Not saying it didn't. And then, of course, obviously this counter-protest is here against Lang, and they're braving single-digit temperatures in Minneapolis today. Everybody out here today is in layers. Everything is in a holding pattern here right outside the Hotel Indigo, where Lang and his fellow protesters went into. You're fine. From people who were at both entrances, we did hear them say that the plan could be for the protesters to go home. It could also be for the protesters to get to their cars and drive to Cedar Riverside. It could be that they decide to continue their march after they get warm. Everything's kind of in a holding pattern so far. This whole thing could just, if they don't come back out, this could turn into a downtown anti-ICE protest. If they do come back out, I'm sure the crowd will follow them to wherever they go.
Up on the sidewalk.
Minneapolis police have arrived.
Lawful order to clear the street. Go up on the sidewalk.
I'm sorry. The Minneapolis police have arrived, as you just heard, to let everyone know to stay on the sidewalk and out of the street. We were here to cover the Jake Lang protest and march to Cedar Riverside and the counter-protest. Lang and his protesters have gone into the Hotel Indigo. The counter-protesters are outside. We don't know what Lang and his group's next move is.
Order to clear the street. From the street and onto the sidewalk.
Go to Brian's house. Go to Brian O'Hara's house.
Now the protest is taking a right turn. Sorry. If you're just joining us, so much has gone on in this last hour and 10 minutes. Jake Lang's protest, it seems, was not successful today. They went to the Hotel Indigo after being pelted with snowballs. Lang got out of the City Hall area, but then dipped into the Hotel Indigo. After that, protesters gathered on 7th Street and 2nd Avenue. The police warned them to stay out of the streets. The police then left 7th Street and 2nd Avenue. And that brings us to now. The protesters have been marching through the streets of downtown Minneapolis. Currently on 6th and Marquette at the moment. And also, for those of you who are not in Minnesota, it is a single-digit day on the streets of Minneapolis. The temperatures are in the single digits and will stay there all day. All right, the protest is heading back towards City Hall. We'll follow things a little bit longer, then we'll head back to home base, and then we'll give you a little wrap up from there. We're gonna probably walk back to the car. Would you guys like me to, you guys want me to stay on and watch me get lost on my way back to my car? That could be fun.
We got trouble over Minneapolis. Call in Miller. It's Miller time.